Hello again everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time we're going to be playing video pinball on the Atari 2600, and there is a very good reason for this, and I'll explain it as we go through the game. This is obviously one of the very first kind of pinball games I ever kind of played, because as I say, it's oh Jesus, it was Atari 2600, so on this one, very difficult to play, I think, compared to other retro pinball games. Reason being is because left is your left flipper and right is your right flipper, so there's no real way of doing them both at the yes there is, it's up. As I say, no real way of doing them at the exact same time, but it's up. Okay, interesting. This I haven't played this admittedly in such a long time, but I will tell you this would have been my first foray into pinball on a video game system. So why do I care about pinball? I love pinball, absolutely love pinball. It's like one of my, after video games, pinball is my like next love. And there was something about pinball that just not traumatised me, that's such a wrong word, hypnotised me. Yeah, it's traumatising to play pinball. It's like walking in on your parents having sex. It hypnotised me, and it was the ball moving, the flashing lights. It was absolutely incredible, and it still is. You know, I'm still absolutely mesmerised and hypnotised by pinball, and any chance I can play pinball, whether it be in an arcade or even like virtual pinball, so long as the virtual pinball tables are actually good, or you know, based on real tables, then I will. I love it. And why I'm making a big deal out of this is because I, again, like when I say, oh shit, I've just lost my ball. When I say that I want this channel to have something for everybody, I really do mean that, and I even mean pinball fans as well. So obviously it won't be all the time, but I will definitely be making some pinball videos and doing some pinball live streams. Now, with that being said, my next live stream, which I want to do, will be pinball related, and it will basically be me trying to get a high score on one of my favourite pinball games. Now, I've got a couple of pinball games that are up there as some of my favourites, and they're, funny enough, they're all Williams tables. So my absolute favourite pinball table as of right now is Taxi. Now, I don't know if you can nudge this, but I'm assuming you can't. So Taxi is a fantastic pinball table that you know, the objective of that is to pick up passengers. The more passengers you pick up, the more of a bonus you kind of get. And the passengers are kind of like, some of the characters are based on characters from other Williams pinball tables, such as Pinbot. I think that's the only one that might actually be based on a Williams pinball table. Pinbot as well, by the way, is an absolutely fantastic pinball table. So Taxi, yeah, is one of my favourites, absolute favourites, and it was one of the first pinball machines that I played where I realised that pinball was more than just hitting a ball and hoping that it hits a target and building up a high score. That's what pretty much introduced me to the fact that there is objectives, and in some cases even stories to pinball. Okay, so we've lost our 3 balls there, so our high score is 36,039. So if we keep an eye on that, 36,000 is the high score. Let me try and remember that. I should really write this stuff down, but I don't think I've got a pencil. I don't think I've got a piece of paper though. I've got a pad, but that's my wife's, and I'll feel bad about writing on that because she's learning Japanese. She's learning Japanese. I said she's learning Japanese. I really think so. Let me see, what's this? Looks like it's just a blank piece of paper. Yeah, cool. I'll get home. I wanted that blank piece of paper. I was saving that. Saving it for what? You know, shopping list. 36,039. So yeah, let's crack on and do that again. There we go. Take 2. So yeah, I mean, I think for this game it's just easier to use both, maybe both the flippers. I think. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it is. I think it's easier. Generally, I don't do that. I'll you know, in other pinball tables, I will you know, hold the ball with my flippers, and I'll do one at a time and such. So yeah. Anyway. So Williams was the first table, which made me believe that made me understand there was more to pinball than just whacking the ball and keeping it alive. So that only opened my eyes up, and that got me playing more and more pinball tables, and you know, Farsight. Oh, Jesus. Farsight Studios did an amazing job bringing real life pinball tables to the home with the Pinball Arcade. At first, they created Gottlieb Pinball Classics, or the Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection, which was, well, I think what it was called in America, and then they released the Williams, the Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection, or Williams Pinball Classics here in the UK. And again, that kind of introduced me to so many more tables, such as Black Knight, and there was some great Gottlieb tables that I absolutely love as well. Rescue 911 is a fantastic table. Teed Off is an absolutely fantastic table. I love Teed Off. Black Hole is a fantastic pinball table. But the Williams, I think Williams being more modernised tables as well, I do enjoy those more. So Taxi, as I say, is my all-time favourite pinball table. But my second favourite pinball table, and the pinball table that I'm going to stream first, and keep getting a high score on, because I'm not very good at it and I want to try and practice, and I hope the stream can be a way of me practicing and build, you know, bettering my skills. It's going to be a game called Safecracker. Sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Okay, so the ball's drained on the left-hand side there, which sucks. So this time we've only got 13,000, so we've not beat our score of 36,000. So let's go again. So yeah, Safecracker, and it's such a great pinball machine. And again, if you're a fan of pinball and you know you want to give these games a go, then I highly recommend that you. Unfortunately, Safecracker isn't available on the Pinball Arcade anymore. It's only available on Pinball FX, which is made by Zen Studios. Now, don't get me wrong, I do prefer Pinball FX over the Pinball Arcade, because the Pinball Arcade's gameplay, pinball physics kind of felt a bit floaty, and pinball is just not floaty. You know, it's fast, it's quick, it's so so responsive. So I think that in my opinion, Pinball Arcade's physics are more realistic, but it's so bloody hard as well. And yeah, Safecracker is a tough game. But what makes Safecracker so unique, and I'll explain this when I play it as well, is that you're against the clock. So you have unlimited balls, but you're against the clock. You get 45 seconds or 45 minutes in game time. We're getting worse at this here. And the idea is you've got to kind of gain access to a bank vault and steal as much money as you can from it, whilst avoiding guards and security dogs and stuff. And it's just such an amazing pinball machine. It's got an amazing little soundtrack to go along with it. The woman, the security system, Candy, is so funny. Some of the things that she comes out and said, and it's so good. And I'd love to be able to. I've never actually. Another thing that makes it unique as well is that the upper glass panel of the pinball machine is a board game. So when you enter the vault, or attempt to enter the vault, you stop playing pinball and you play this little board game on the top glass, and it's so amazing. And it really opened my eyes onto the different types of variety of pinball machines that there actually are, especially for back in the day, right? Which obviously were probably limited. It's so, like, the amount of bloody machinery and mechanics that go into a pinball machine is just, you know, so staggering, and it's just it's just incredible. I'm so impressed by it all the time. I don't know if there is any way that I can like manipulate this ball or not. You know, I'm pressing the fire button and nothing's actually happening, so I'm assuming not. I'm pressing down on the joystick, and that's also not doing anything. So I guess it's just a case. Obviously, this is very early pinball, so I mean, let's be honest. It's the pinball movements isn't really like realistic at all. But it's Atari 2600 for crying out loud. So yeah, Safecracker will be my first stream, and I'll post on the channel and on Twitter on when that will be. I think that's most likely going to be next week at some point, maybe on a Thursday, and I'm thinking of maybe calling that Flipper Thursday. So yeah, I think maybe next Thursday will be me streaming Pinball Effects, which will be Safecracker. And that will be roughly about 7:30, 8 o'clock, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So yeah, because I'm on the late shift, so I don't finish work till 7 o'clock. Sorry. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That will be very interesting. I'm really excited for that too, because I want to be able to see if I can keep playing to a point where I can enter the vault. Don't drain down the left, damn you. And win a magic token, because when you win a magic token, which in real life the pinball machine would spit out a token at you, if you win one of those, you get to play another game mode which is called Assault the Vault, and it's basically multi-ball, 4-ball multi-ball, trying to get as many points as you possibly can. I think it's breaking the vault, trying to enter the vault and such. Amazing game, really is. But they won't stop there, because eventually I'll want to play and stream some other pinball machines, such as Funhouse, which is another one of my favourite machines. It's up there. See, if I do stream Taxi, it will have to be on Pinball Arcade, because currently it's not available on Pinball FX, although I do expect that to change in the not too distant future. There is also some seasonal goals that I'd like to maybe try and do live on stream, and some tournaments that I'd like to maybe do live on stream. Pinball's a fantastic game to stream, I think, if you're interested in that kind of thing, and I do hope that it can attract some people who aren't familiar with pinball and people who are familiar with pinball. And following on from that, what I'll probably be doing as well is doing some Let's Plays on some 16-bit era pinball games, such as like Psycho Pinball, Pinball Fantasies, and maybe even going into the 32-bit era for games such as True Pinball on the PlayStation, which is an amazing game. Do you know what? I don't think there's any pinball games on the Nintendo 64. I'll have to have a look at that. Space Cadet, another fantastic pinball game that's on PC. I've got Worms Pinball as well on PC, so that's another one to go through. Maybe again, when I release the videos, I'll make them on a Thursday and try and make it a consistent thing, call them Flipper Thursdays, which is kind of what my idea is. I'm really not doing very good here, but I understand that obviously having the ball go over the Atari logo rollover there kind of puts these icons in the middle of the screen, and I'm assuming when you go over the one rollover, that I'm assuming maybe is a bonus multiplier. Here we go. So we've got two Atari logos down there now. I don't know what this does. Again, I probably should read the instruction manual for games like this when I'm not too sure what I'm doing. So for anyone wondering where the next episode of King of Mortal Kombat is, I've recorded all the gameplay footage that I needed to. I'm just kind of writing the script, but I do need to record some Let's Plays in between to kind of ensure that I'm getting content out at a regular basis, to keep things interesting. So that's why it does take a little bit longer for those bigger videos to kind of be released, because writing the script takes quite long, because I have to be happy with it. I don't want it to sound too crap or too amateurish. So like on part one, there were points that I weren't really that happy with, and I'd like to have gone back and maybe done it differently. So I want to make sure that part two is a lot better. Picking up some speed now with this ball, but this is our third and final ball. I don't know if you can win some extra balls either. I'm assuming you probably can, and maybe some people who is familiar with this game can maybe enlighten me. So another thing that's interesting as well that I'd like to talk about is about YouTube in general, actually, and that's the visibility of my videos. Now, I released the 15th part of LMA Manager, and in almost no time at all I got over 100 views on that, which is interesting. Didn't kind of expect that. But then I released part 17, and it's almost had like maybe 10% of the views, so about 10, 17, maybe 20 views at the minute, and that's really weird to me. Like, I don't understand why that is, and the only thing I can think that what I've done differently is that I know that I forgot to put tags in my part 15 video, and for some reason that's done a lot better. And in in my part 16 video I did put tags in, and it seems to be that there's less visibility when I put tags in my videos. So these 3 videos are going to have no tags in. Right, 32,000, that's still not beating our high score of 36,039. Let's give this another go. Yeah, so these next 3 videos I'm not going to put tags in, and I'm going to see how they get on. It's just a test, I guess. I want there to be visibility, because I do want people to visit my channel and hopefully subscribe. I do want to grow the channel. I'm not doing this for, it's not that I'm not doing it for no reason. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. That's the most important thing to me. If I stop enjoying doing it, I wouldn't be doing this. So it isn't massively important to me that I start earning money from it. I know that's not a realistic goal. Although it becomes, I'm up to 181 subscribers, so I'm not far off. I only need 500. I don't know what happened then, to start earning money. But yeah, I still want people to come across my videos. If that makes sense. So yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. Right. I thought that first ball wasn't the worst then. If I can just get over the rollovers a couple of times, that would be nice. But of course, this is mostly about luck. This particular pinball game, there's not really any true skill involved. It's more about reactions on the flippers than anything. Whereas when it comes to the more modern, or even 16-bit pinball games, nice. There is a bit more skill involved because you will need to nudge, and nudging is not something I'm great at judging. I was quite good on the Pinball arcade, but on Pinball Effects it feels like that nudging has almost no effect whatsoever, and I don't know if that's a glitch. It is something that I've brought to the attention of Zen Studios, and they have acknowledged that there are some bugs that they are aware of, but I'm not sure if it's the nudging bug or whether or not it's the fact that the music's too quiet on some of the Williams tables. Right. Oh, we've beat our high score. We're up to 39,000 now, so we've done it. Excellent. Final ball. Awesome. 40,000. Happy days. I think that these are like 5 times bonus multipliers now, I guess, because it says 5. So, and I seem to get like a point every time I touch. Well, I thought so anyway. Yeah, when I touch those little spinners there, I seem to get some points too. Like a single point by the looks of it. Not exactly picking up some speed here. Oh, it's not bad. It's not a bad run, and this will probably be the final run as well, the final game. So, for the final game, that isn't too bad. What we're doing here, 57,000. No idea if we can obtain a extra ball. Nice. 6. It really is mostly luck. So you can see that I'm not really even doing much here. Nice. Right, okay. Relaunch the ball with the old plunger there. There's a fantastic chap I watched play. It's a guy called Deadflip, who's also on YouTube. I think he's on Twitch too, and he's a fantastic streamer. And he was streaming Safecracker, but he was playing the actual pinball machine, and his setup was amazing. Like, he not only did he have like the pinball machine, but he had like a camera on the back glass, a camera on him, the entire playfield. Oh, and that's it. 85,600. 85,638 is the high score on pinball there, so I'll just write that down. Oops. Let's just put on there video pinball. I'm writing on a piece of paper so I know what it is in case we ever come back to it, or if someone decides to beat my score. If you beat my score, follow me on Twitter at GamingMasterRA2. I know it's X now, but I always call it Twitter. Fuck Elon Musk. And upload me your score. Like, tag me in, upload your score, or even if you record it, like, show me the video, and I would love to see it. If you can beat that, then cool. Then I'll see if maybe I'll come back to it and see if I can beat whatever your score is. Yeah. Oh, Pokemon Pinball, great game. I've got a really high score on Pokemon Pinball. I'll have to try and find the picture. Anyway, that's it for this video as well. Thanks very much for tuning in to Video Pinball, the first of many pinball videos. I love pinball, so I can't wait to make more. It's such an exciting game. Again, more LMA Manager videos coming soon, more variety of extra different consoles coming soon, so stay tuned, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.